Come on real quick, let's make some chicken pot pie. It don't look that pretty, but I promise you it's fire. These are all the seasonings that I use. You can really use whatever you want, but this is the seasonings I use. And y'all, please, whatever you do, use that roasted chicken better than bouillon and the roasted vegetable better than bouillon. You're going to cut up some onions and celery and some freshly washed chicken. I use the thin sliced Perdue chicken breast. You can use thighs or whatever you want. Then I go in and add some olive oil and just season up that chicken real good with all the seasonings that I like to use. And again, you can use whatever you like. It don't really make no difference. Then I'm going to go in and mix this chicken up real good and make sure all that seasoning gets on every piece of that chicken. Now, keep in mind, you're going to season this a couple of times. And then you're going to put some hot oil off in the skillet and put your vegetables in there. And I like to let mine saute a little bit before I add it in the chicken. I got that chicken over in another pot. I had added some olive oil too, and I got that over there simmering. Once you let that simmer for a little bit, you're going to go ahead and add your vegetables off in there. And then it's kind of like stewing chicken. You're going to put them vegetables in there. And I like to keep a kettle of hot water so I don't have to keep bringing it up to temperature. And then you're going to add some of that water in there. Once you add some of that water in there, you're going to add that better than bouillon. Now, y'all, I seasoned this a couple of times. You just have to keep tasting along the way. Add that vegetable bouillon in there too. And then I covered it up. Cover it up, but don't cover it all the way. And let that simmer for a while. Then these are the vegetables I use. I use corn, peas, carrots. I cut the carrots up, though, into tiny pieces because I do not like big old chunks of carrots. Then you're going to wash them vegetables off real good, and you're going to add them off in there. When you add them off in there, you're going to let that still simmer for a while, like another 30 minutes. And then I seasoned it again. I didn't record that part for some reason, and then I added some potatoes off in there, too. I cut them up into small pieces, too. And then you just keep on seasoning and then drain that water off of it. But keep it on the side. Keep it on the side because once you add your cream of chicken in there, you're going to keep adding the water and season it until it gets to the consistency you like. This is what I like. You can do it looser or thicker, but this is what I like because you do got to bake it in the oven. And then for the crust, I use the roll-out pie crust for the bottom. And for the top, I use puff pastry. You can really use either for the top and bottom. Then I give me some butter and I melt that down. And then I'm going to grease my pan with it. You can use a glass pan. You can use aluminum pan, cast iron skillet. It really don't matter. But then I put that pie crust at the bottom. And I went in and added my filling. I did use a strainer to get some more of that juice off of it. Put the puff pastry on top. And then poke holes all in it. Then after I poked holes all in it, I just go back in with that butter and brush the whole top of it. And then I let mine bake in the oven at 350 for about an hour and a half or however long. But y'all, this was so fire. I promise you.